What? Okay. Well, at least I can hear myself. We are ghosts! Well, at least I'm a ghost! You can't see me!
There we go.
Maybe you can talk in your mic while we're... That way I could at least...
No!
Yes!
No!
Now I saw your hand. Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Monday. Okay. Look at that.
Let's make tracks.
Yeah, let's. Isn't it just great? Okay, and really quick, let's see if I can do something really fast for Andrea, guys, so bear with me.
Do what?
I'm gonna try and log in here.
Oh.
It doesn't matter because I have a direct. Ah, this is annoying. Okay, so I hope this lets you see everything, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry inside, chat. I know some of you would like to see that crying, but I'm gonna cry on the inside. Okay. Just want to see if I can get access to the chat for Andrea. Okay. That's what I want. No, I don't want to go live on my... Oh my gosh.
Oh, someone said hi,
Hello.
but I couldn't see who because it disappeared very quickly.
Yes, and unfortunately on my chat it's not coming up so I can read the name. But give me a second and we'll figure that out. Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's having an awesome evening. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I want this one. Streamlights.
Find Drak is ignore me. Must be Rising Sun.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that.
Well, it's kind of...
This is why I don't mail him Taco Bell. No. The reason you don't mail me Taco Bell is because you don't care about me.
Kind of sucks it's getting into the...
No. That's why I'm bringing this up for you.
Okay.
So, let's see. Okay, can I just do it via Twitch? Supposedly, I can actually run the stream from my phone. And that would be awesome if I could. Well, there is that too. There can be multiple reasons I don't mail you Taco Bell. Absolutely. You need to stop. Well, you need to start mailing me Taco Bell, goddammit. And I will not be satisfied until you do. See my dissatisfaction on my face? There we go. Yes, authorize. Don't allow. You don't need that. I just want the chat. Okay. Okay, go ahead and chat something, Rising Sun. Hopefully this will work. This will get you access to the Twitch chat at least. All right. So, there we go. Reasons I don't mail Drak Taco Bell. 1, I don't care about him. 2, he ignores me. 3, I don't know his address. 4, I don't think Taco Bell would be good after going through the mail. 5, he won't match Sympho gear. 6, the male people will probably just eat it. Let's just be honest. Did it come up?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So now you can once again be the maiden of the chat, which is what everybody prefers anyway. And it's working. So everybody say hi to Andrea's new cam. We're both technically running off of Logitech stream cams, so enjoy that.
Last thing I need now. Eyes peeled,
I don't
mouth
want
closed.
to start crap.
No one, Mr. Nice Guy.
What a bastard.
Hi, Andrea's new camera.
Ooh, head bashing.
I love how Rising Sun takes everything so literally. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna return to the car. We don't have a car right now. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, unfortunately, the reason why we weren't streaming on Saturday because we were watching.
We were watching the Snyder Cut, but I actually did have some issues with the new camera that we were putting in, and thankfully I got them fixed by Sunday, so we were good. But yes, we also had to go watch the Snyder Cut,
So they
all
could be
4 hours of it. Which, as soon as people get here, I'm probably thinking like by the first hour, we'll get into our opinions on the Snyder Cut. You guys will get a little bit more when
on Friday.
on Friday when I do it with the podcast. But I know a few people who are already asking, like, okay, so what did Andrea think of the Snyder Cut? She's probably not going to be on that podcast. In the meantime, we have a much more serious discussion to be had.
Imperials
So
above us.
enough about the Taco Bell, because we have something much more serious to talk about, Rising Sun. And that is the plight of trans fats.
The plight of
The plight of trans fats, because Krispy Kreme, in all their audacity, had the audacious claim today that if you get vaccinated for COVID, they, after receiving some kind of verification that you have been vaccinated both times,
So knocked. Right now you're still gathering.
preferably through the
once
government
The
papers
calling
you're
is only a
supposed
set
to
of guiding
have.
principles.
Well, hopefully it'll
Then at that point, all you have to do is show them that you have done
Like the sound of
this,
that.
and in turn, they will let you have a donut every day
for free.
for free for this year.
And yet, we would just like to say.
So, what we're basically saying, so the audacity that they had was, oh, well, you decided to go and make yourself not
Your
sick?
ancestors have
Well,
our backs,
fuck
and
you.
the
We'll
gods
give
are
you a
on our
donut,
side.
which has pure
How
sugar
cool is
coma
that?
levels of sugar in it, which will
put it
make
that
sure
way.
you get sick.
Empire will get what's coming to them.
Certainly
He'll
doesn't
just
seem as
contribute
unlikely as it
to-
once did.
multiple
Oh, you wanted to
things.
you didn't want to get sick? I'm sorry. Well, maybe we'll just let you get sick. How'd you feel about that? And I'm just telling you that the trans fats were hurt by that. And that through them, I shall shed a tear. Can you see it? No? It'll come. In 3 hours. You'll have to watch the entire stream to see when the tear comes. You won't know! And I won't tell you. And I won't time code it later either. You'll have to watch this entire fucking stream to know when I shed my tear for the trans fats. Is it coming?
And Drak is being a little too dramatic on that.
I'd have suspicions, but that was well beyond them.
He's on
You would be too if you knew the plight of the trans fats.
He will shed that tear when he sits and watches through Titanic.
It's close.
What?
No, I'm just saying. You will shed that tear when you sit and watch Titanic.
No, that's a tear of boredom. Because I don't feel sad for anybody in that movie. Everybody deserves their horrible fate. The only tear that I will weep is a tear of joy, because Bernard Hill, after doing Titanic, moved on to becoming the badass King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings movies. And that is cause for celebration. And then later on, he became Tyrion Forgery in World of Warcraft. So, once again, cause for celebration. Thanks, Hollywood. Thanks for showing that you care so much. So yeah, honestly, I want to know your opinion on it. Like, Krispy Kreme is not the first one to do this. I mean, obviously, as a kid, we're bribed with lollipops and suckers to get our vaccinations. But, Andrea, you know somebody is going to go in every fucking day just to have one glazed donut at Krispy Kreme and show their vaccination card. You know what's going to happen. And then they're going to blame Krispy Kreme when they gain 5 pounds. Or however many pounds they gain. You know what's happening.
Well, then hopefully they are going to plan to say, eat at your own risk.
Oh, they won't do that. They won't do that. Tell people to eat their product at their own risk.
That they cannot blame for gaining
you
the
can't.
pounds.
No, there's no way they'd do that, Andrea. I wouldn't do that.
I know.
I'd be like, no, eat my sugary product, goddammit. I just love the concept of, because here's the thing. You can get, suckers do have sugar in it, but nowhere near the amount of, like, a Krispy Kreme donut, okay? I'm still convinced that is the sugariest
No messages.
sugariest donut on the market. And so you're basically saying, okay, well, come get fat because all these donuts are going to go right to your hips. And then you're going to then obesity will be a problem in America. Let us not forget the epidemic of obesity that you have the choice on whether or not you want to contribute to.
What is the king's calling exactly?
Well, become best buds with the gods, maybe?
Let's take that car,
Legend
shall
has
we?
it the king once stood alone.
GTA Final Fantasy, mofo?
To banish the darkness.
Darkness seems awfully vague.
Final Fantasy game, not a Grand Theft Auto game.
Well, you were complaining about not having your car.
I am complaining about not having my car. God damn it! I want my car back!
There's the Warner Brothers Tower.
Oh, and while we're on the stream, I would like to take this time to disavow Hollywood. Because, well, I care about things like child pornography and human trafficking and human sex trafficking and child sex trafficking. And, well, Hollywood doesn't give two damns. So there. What's even better about that, if you guys do not know the story, is
Cindy is the sweetest girl ever.
Zack Snyder
Going out
basically
the way to
threw
help
his
us these
audience
past couple days.
under the
I'm
bus.
sure she's had better things to do.
And then what happens literally days later?
Now I feel bad for
The
turning down
same
a
movie
courtesy
company that told him to throw his fans under the bus
would have felt like
threw him under the bus!
Cindy's a big girl.
So
Funniest thing about that, right?
Soon, huh?
The company that told him to throw his fans under the bus, it then just throws him under the bus!
Wow.
I'm sorry, but there's only one thing that I can do at this point to
Still can't
signify
get
how
through.
powerful this
Perhaps
is.
she's
and that
unable
is
to answer.
But I told her to be ready and pick up when I call.
Let's hope she's alright.
Damn right! See, this is fist bump right there. This is why we're married, because she then gets where I'm about to go with it. Game over, Zack Snyder. Would you like to try again?
You'd be like, no. Don't let him.
Well, yes, because I'm Zack Snyder, and I do nothing but win. Yeah, sure you do. Have fun with that.
Umbra's the only one making deliveries. Wonder what Bryna's up to.
Haven't seen her.
Probably
Oh my
because
gosh, given
she's
the
traveling
layout
around
that's
with
on
her owner.
Streamlabs OBS right
I
now,
really miss
it
that
looks
dog.
like I have a mask over there, but then I look over here, it's like, there's nothing there.
Really?
Why? Yeah, because it's got like one of those movement anchors, and it's right over my mouth, so it looks like I have a mask. It's like, you silly bastards. I would never wear a mask on stream. Why would I need to wear a mask on stream? You silly bastards.
Because you're isolated to your own room.
With my wife. Oh, are you saying there's like a plastic screen between us? That now I break the fourth wall. No one can hold me back, bitches. Oh, and really quick, I want to address this really fast. So we have an update on the in case people have been following the situation involving Dan of the Game Grumps. So basically,
You don't
over the
appreciate what
weekend,
you have
they
till it's
tried
gone.
canceling him because
that
you know
car we were
he's done some horrible,
She was
despicable
our home
things,
away
which
from
is
home.
that he's talked sexy to a 17-year-old girl, and then later had sex with her when she was 22.
Fortress.
Yeah, Porta Fortress. Those walls don't look so portable, though.
They are remnants
Ooh.
of the old war, and the Imperial Army has availed itself
What's
of
that?
the added protection.
What's that
Entry
lightning
will
rod?
not be easy.
Okay, make camp at Sothmock Haven and devise an infiltration strategy. Okay, so I guess I go over this way. So, yeah, we have an update on that. They basically tried to cancel him for, you know, maybe being an asshole, but not necessarily being a pedophile and a groomer. Turns out that literally, I want to say about an hour ago, Andrea, the charge was taken down off Twitter, and the person making the charge has apologized to Danny.
Really?
Yes. For acknowledging that it was not necessarily pedophilic behavior when you are propositioning a 17-year-old.
You want to make camp?
Okay.
Okay, so yes, let's go ahead and make camp.
Sleeping out under the stars tonight.
We don't care, but it's okay. It's okay, man.
Jeez. So,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious to me. You guys have no idea. Oh, cool. We can actually do this. So, what's the most complex thing we can make? I'm gonna make things hard for
so
for
that
poor
was
Ignis.
just recently updated that you found out?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I just barely, right before I got home, I saw that there were already videos coming out of people saying that yes, this has happened. So, I love it. It's hilarious to me. So Danny's in the clear. Well, kind of. I mean, it is still kind of asshole-ish behavior. But, I mean, he is part of a band, and bands have been doing that since he was a kid. So, I'm not making an excuse for him, but he's decided that he wants to do that, and that is his prerogative. He gets to do that. He's a big boy. He's a big boy with big boy pants and all that. So, at that point, there's not really much we can do about that now, is there? No, I don't care about your damn pictures. Get out of my party, Prompto. Now. No, shut up. You know the door. You know where the door is. Don't let it hit you with a good Lord split you. Get out. Not you.
So, any bright ideas, Ignis?
A dark one, as it were. A frontal assault would leave us exposed. But if we move under cover of night, we might be able to infiltrate the base unnoticed.
Especially
And until
since they're
then?
all wearing black.
We learn all we can about the base's design, and attempt to narrow down the regalia's location. I'll analyze what intelligence we have available to find us a way in.
Sounds good, Specs.
All right, we're gonna get our wheels back.
And it will be out of gas. Noctis must retrieve the regalia before morning. Begin the operation? Yes, yes. So it's Metal Gear Final Fantasy tonight, everybody. Let's go.
Oh man, Probably Prompto has left some
Oh,
pictures
whoa,
in the.
whoa, what?
Huh?
Bring that back up. Oh, okay. I was like, hi, Andrea's new camera. I thought he'd said something new. Rising Sun!
No. He probably went to watch anime. So.
Yes, he probably did. Oh, dude, he missed out on something so epic, and I'm going to give him all kinds of crap for that.
Our goal is the regalia. The last thing we want is to engage an entire garrison. Avoid detection at all costs.
In and out before it gets light, then.
Indeed. Even if it means leaving the task
Time to be
unfinished,
Solid
we
Snake.
withdraw before we overstay our welcome.
Okay, so infiltrate the base. So let's. I'm guessing I have to follow Ignis because he knows what he wants to do.
So apparently, my parents have messaged saying that Melody loves little marshmallows.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Now we can give her little marshmallow.
Together on my signal. Until then, hold position.
All right.
3,
Dun 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 dun.
2, 1.
While infiltrating an enemy base, Noctis can take down foes instantly with a warp kill from behind. Be sure to take advantage of the warp kill command as often as possible. Okay.
Now!
Bam! Oh! Well, that works.
Damn it. Kick yourself later. No, we kick Imperial butt.
Wait, Noctis has been spotted. All nearby units must be eliminated before you can continue. Damn it! Okay. Well, I didn't get the 2
Onward.
kills.
Yep.
Okay, so go here.
Stop.
What?
Searchlights.
You know those big
We're clear. Tread warily.
those big lights right there that usually light a football game. Okay, so I'm guessing we have to follow Ignis.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. It is freaking Metal Gear! It's like we called it!
Take cover.
Well, that is a thing. Oh my gosh, that is...
It's gone.
Magitech armor.
That
Don't
is
want to mess
glorious.
with one of those.
We shouldn't have to, if we keep to the shadows.
Right.
We all know that won't happen, Ignis. I suck at stealth. It's why I've just embraced it. Okay.
Target the blind spot. 1 hit, 1 kill.
Okay, so... let's do a point warp.
Yeah, this is more up my alley anyway.
Oh no, we've been spotted! See? I'm never gonna be able to do stealth. I just can't do it. I can't do it, Andrea. Don't ask me to. It's not happening tonight. But I will take on Metal Gear. Okay, where are they? Okay, so there's Prompto and Gladio. Where is Ignis? Ignis knows the layout, so we'll follow him. Okay. Oh, 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 oh! Well, we're not getting past that.
Oh, 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 oh.
I know. I know. Trust me, I was peeing my pants too. Okay, pick up. So, muscle stimulant, that's cool. Okay, what are we supposed to do in here then? I don't know.
Maybe it's a place to hide.
Yeah, probably. I can get that the goal is to get past this gate, but I don't think if I go through there that it's gonna work. So I'm looking for like a ladder or something I can use to go up, but
Maybe you have to go through there somehow.
I wouldn't think so, but
Oh, it's lasers.
yeah, it's laser guided, so I don't know if that's gonna help at all. And lasers that go all the way down to the bottom of the grid.
Quick, Prompto, go through the lasers.
Prompto died a horrific death that day. And none of us cared! Alright.
Except for maybe Noctis.
No, Noctis didn't care. He feigned friendship this entire time and just didn't give a crap.
He didn't believe in the heart of the cards.
He did not believe in the heart of the cards. Wrong franchise, Andrea. Wrong franchise. This is Final Fantasy. Nobody believes in friendship. Okay, so go around here. Not really anything that we can do. Yeah, how do we make this work? Because
There's gotta be some way.
actually what's funny is we were closer over here. So maybe the answer is over here. Yeah, point warp over here, and then let's see.
Can you warp?
I'm not seeing a point. Oh, we'll warp over here. Okay. Something that maybe requires a key. Oh, and that's an unused Magitech armor. Please tell me I can use it. There's even more Metal Gears. Okay, so if can I open this one? Okay, that one worked. I don't know why the other one didn't.
Powering the base?
A Magitech generator of some description. It would explain why the troopers in the vicinity are uncommonly strong.
I say we wreck it. Spare us the sneaking around.
The risk is too great. Finding the regalia comes first. Not a sound. You'll alert the anime.
Got it.
Okay. Warp kill 6 Imperial soldiers.
We got spotted.
Take care of it before the alarm's raised.
I know, you don't have to point it out to me, game. Okay. We killed off 6.
No cause for concern.
Let's finish this already!
I'm going where the sniper might obviously be.
Never miss!
Okay, cool.
None the worse for wear.
Alright, so I guess we can go this way. Walk up to the water tower. Well, at least this isn't too bad. Like, we're not getting told, oh no, you have to stealth. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay. Getting close. Oh, there it is!
There's the old girl.
She's a real sight for sore eyes.
And none the worse for her time in Imperial hands.
Even with the cocky Brit. Oh, you!
Change of plans. Our new objective is to clear a path for the regalia.
Why? Tempest, please. No, screw you. Take out your legs.
All right, boys, we're in the home stretch. Don't go down.
Maybe somebody can clarify this for me if you've played 15 before. Do I have to hold it for block, or is pressing just fine?
I think I had to hold it for
Oh!
Stay sharp. It isn't over yet.
When will it end?
Want it to end? Fight more. Whine less.
See ya! Blow up the energy tanks.
Oh.
Take out the enemies nearby.
Agnes!
Mark him up. There we go. Magitech sword wins.
Gotcha!
Stay there.
I could totally use some royal arms, but I'm not gonna do that. I really like Hi.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Well, Gladio first. Okay. Is that it? No, we got snipers. Screw you, sniper.
We'll take out the generator and all enemies in the area. Noct, focus your efforts on the generator. There's a chance doing so will weaken the MTs.
No more stealth.
Okay.
No cover's good.
Alright.
Go to town.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Wait, that didn't help. Okay. Can I go up there? Oh, there we go. Oh, I can go this way. That'll work. Just covered a lot of distance. I'm going to ignore the fact that I am running like a little pissant right now. Okay.
And how's that?
Well, because I don't see myself running like a little pissant right now. Very simple. Plausible denial. Okay. Yeah, I've got to get past this freaking fence. So I've got to find a way to get across said fence. Maybe up here. Dang it!
Gee, that sucked.
Uh-huh. Dang it! Destroy the Magitech generator. Yes, I know. Why can't I not just warp strike? That, I guess. Nope. That don't work. Oh, I can open the damn thing. Ah! These are a tad too complicated. What can I say? Alright.
The entire base is fair game. Hold nothing back. The havoc keeps the enemy off balance.
Gladio, you made it so I could not warp. I am a little irritated by that.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to warp. I thought that part was obvious. Okay, so let's go through here. Why fight the Magitech armors when I know that they're buffed? It's a very good question. The game wants me to, though. Hi. Oh! Hi, Metal Gear! Another one?
This is serious business.
Handful indeed.
What are we gonna do?
Whoa!
What else?
Oh, crap. There we go. So, elixir. Ignis! Mark him!
Yeah.
Through the wall! We're not even going to ask the question of how he did that. He just did, and we will accept it. Okay, elixir. And explode. Ramu, the Bulgarian, has designed, or has gained to support the struggling king. All right, so let's go ahead and do it.
Well, here we are.
How do I do it? I want to do it.
Try this.
It's time.
Oh, hold on. Ow! Ow, that hurt. I am pressing L2 right now.
It's being stubborn.
It is, and it's actually kind of annoying me. Okay, so can I do this now, or?
Toka killed.
Duly noted.
Okay.
You're done for.
There we go. Well, hi, Ramu. Judgment Bolt. So much electricity. Man, that summon was dynamite! Yay!
Dude, that was hardcore!
And it did the trick. The place is dead.
Rest in pieces. Come on, let's grab the regalia and split.
Oh my gosh.
What?
If Ramu's spirit was still there. That would have been great to go look him up and go, oh, hi, Ramu's
Piece of
balls.
cake, huh?
This part is.
Inadvertent though it was, we dealt the Empire a crushing blow today. The
We
Marshal
did.
will be
We
pleased
does
to
the
hear of
crushing
this.
blow. All right, so now
Pretty
that we
sweet
have
busting up that
that,
base. Bust a base. I like the sound of that for this sort of thing. There's a base, we go in and bust it up. Bust a base. Whatever, I'm calling it that. You don't have to.
I won't. Seems a bit flippant.
Why not go for something a little more epic?
Because I thought of it first. So that's the name. Bust a base. Get used to it.
Easier said than done.
Oh my gosh. Prompto is a Sonic fan.
Really?
Yes, because he wants to be like Sonic. He wants to be the blue blur. He wants to be the teenager with attitude. That's why he's insisting on like, no, bust a base. I called it that, therefore it's mine. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that before, but it's true. Prompto is a Sonic fan. Like a hardcore fanboy. Like he might put Chris Hardwick to shame. Or not Chris Hardwick, Chris Chan. Chris Chan is to shame. Okay, how do we get the fuck out of here? Oh, there we go. There's the gate. We'll figure this out eventually. You want to know what would be really great right now? Is if... Yay!
Nice.
Now I can skip shit. Oh, I don't care. Falling damage in a Final Fantasy game? Screw you. All right, give me my damn car. Give it to me.
Guys?
Hi.
Long has it been, Noctis.
Ravis.
You received the storm's blessing, and yet you know nothing of the consequences.
Watch it.
Be still, all of you.
Not good.
Heir to a crown befitting no other. Witness his splendor and glory. All hail the chosen king.
I want to call him Wannabe Sephiroth. Can I call him Wannabe Sephiroth?
Imperial
Yep.
rat, serving
I
the
wanna
enemy
be
to hunt down
Sephiroth.
Luna.
I do not serve.
I command!
The king's sworn shield.
You better believe it.
A weak shield protects naught.
Hey! Wanna go? Let's do it.
Should the chosen fall, that too is fate.
All right. I'm okay with the boss fight.
Say that's
Who is
far
that guy
enough.
supposed to be?
Oh, hi, British dude.
Oh,
Not from you.
Oh, but I'm here to help.
And how is that?
By taking the army away.
You expect us to believe that?
When next we meet, it'll be across the seas. Just so happens we have business of our own with the tutelary deity, don't we?
Tutelary deity?
Fare thee well, your majesty. And safe travels.
You guys know that guy?
Ravis Nox Fleuret, first son of Tenebrae, and elder brother to Lady Lunafreya.
Also known as Sephiroth Wannabe. Sorry, Wannabe Sephiroth.
At long last, the Imperial blockades of Discayan roadways have been removed. The Imperial Army has also demolished all related facilities erected around the region. The Provisional Government of Insomnia anticipates increased traffic congestion along most local highways, and encourages all citizens to refrain from any unnecessary travel for the time being.
So help me figure this out. That was Luna's brother?
The High Commander himself. Wartime makes for quick promotions.
Even a son of Tenebrae can rise to the top.
But why would he want to lead their army?
Who cares?
Certainly formidable enough on his own.
If Ravis wants power, I'll give him a taste.
Okay, I guess I'm driving here. I kind of wanted to listen to the story. But...
no, yeah.
Okay, so now we have Wannabe Sephiroth along with, British dude. Sorry, Ravis and Arden.
Yep.
Wannabe Sephiroth. Along with British dude. Sorry, Ravis and Arden. 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 people might notice I don't respect characters right off the bat. I have to see their arcs go through. That's just me. Otherwise, to me, you are what's its bucket. All right.
What's his bucket, man?
Yeah, exactly. You understand. Mm-hmm. You are what's his bucket or who the F or whatever I have for that. So for all the people who are screaming like, but you were so adamant about Barrett's character and Tifa's character. I know Tifa and I know Barrett. I've played the game. I haven't played this game. I don't know what their character arcs are. I mean, the 4 I kind of get, but that's it. Okay, so I guess we're just heading back to Lestalem to go meet up with Kyrie. I mean, Iris. I mean, Kyrie. We both know I mean Kyrie. That's the way it goes. Okay. Now, remind me, once we hit the first hour, remind me so that we can do our talk about...
oh, yeah.
About Snyder Cut.
Okay.
So that way... Because I'm also going to clip that, guys, and that way you guys can... You don't have to watch the entire stream if you don't want to. You guys can just watch our opinion of the Snyder Cut, because we finished that last night. It's actually kind of funny. We got, like, what... 2.5 hours in the first night, and then we're just like, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah, as much as we would have. We would have wanted to stay up and watch the whole thing, but it's hard for me after 3 days of work, so.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just getting old.
You're getting old in your years. Oh, come on. I was trying to turn.
So tough to figure out how to get it to park.
Yeah, the driving controls, this is why in a lot of cases I have it run on autopilot. I really do. There we go. I just forgot the little prompt. Well, the gas station works too.
It's getting hot out here.
Just need to pull in somewhere cool.
Yeah.
How about we go to the biz?
Sleeping in a nice
Play
room
a little
tonight?
bit of Mario
Yes, I'm certain we can
Sunshine.
secure suitable accommodations
Why
nearby.
would we want to feel more hot? Alright, so a whopping 10 gil to fill up. Even in the world of Final Fantasy, we can actually go for our own fucking oil. Never would have guessed. No, not Lestalem Blockade. Yeah, I just want to park in Lestalem. It's not going to take that long. Just let Ignis do the driving for me.
Yeah, now he's doing the driving.
Because he's a nice guy. Also, we pay him. I think that's the only reason he's doing it. He's just paid. Bam! Okay, let's go meet up with Kyrie. I mean Iris. I mean Kyrie. I really mean Kyrie.
He's got Kyrie on the brain.
She looks like Kyrie. You cannot deny this. Kyrie's outfit in Kingdom Hearts 3 was inspired by Iris. I have no problem saying that.
Oh, Gladdy.
What's wrong?
I let you down. I never made it to Kayam. The Empire came while you were gone.
Okay.
You got some explaining to do, word about Missy. They just showed up and then... Poor Jared.
Pro Jared? No. We don't care about him anymore.
What do you mean? What happened to
There
Jared?
was nothing we could do.
Oh, it was the old man. I thought it was a little kid. That seemed like a bad idea. Why kidnap an old man?
It's not right. We should have been here.
Really quick, let me see my phone.
I couldn't stop them.
But I won't let the Empire get away with it. They'll pay for what they've done. I promise.
I believe in you, Prince Noctis.
Okay. I just
I'm
wanted to
taking
double
Talcott.
check is all.
And we're going to
You
Kyle.
should also be able to interact with the chat now, I think.
We can't just stay here and do nothing.
I mean, we can. Here we go.
I understand.
Do you? Do you understand? Dark clouds. Bam. All right. Elixir extractor. There we go. I don't know why that was happening, but it was. Okay. Wow, he has big feet. Must be a royal trait. Whoa. Is that Noctis?
In his dreams.
I have to kill it before I get my shirt off. Whoa. I'm guessing these are what causes the headaches, is all these visions that are happening. Is it still giving us Wi-Fi grief?
Yeah.
Check for another update and see if that helps. Thankfully, we have the phone, so you can interact.
It just keeps...
Is our stream too powerful for the little iPad?
Oh.
Okay, so then check the... Yeah, it should be working. Just curious. Run it off my phone and see how well the internet is. Several days later. Oh no. He slept for several days?
I can't let her go it alone after everything that went down. It'll be a squeeze in the car, but just for a while.
Shall we then?
Yeah, I don't want to keep Sid and Cindy waiting. They're fixing up the boat as we speak.
We ought to thank them.
Actually, Jared's the one we ought to thank.
Yeah. He really thought of everything.
Yeah, you say that. But then we'll find out that no, he didn't think of everything. And then I get to say, to your face. All right, so really quick, I want to see our quests. So 25. We've got a couple of things that we can get done. I would say we probably need to get those done and then see if we can get some more story done. But like, I kind of want to make story the focus here. But bottom line, guys, we have hunts to do, and frankly, we could use the money. I mean, hell, we haven't even gone to all the places in Lestalem that we can get quests. So, well, Geek News Marathon night. Since we've done 2 old anime, Andrea, are you not willing to check out new anime if it gets suggested?
Excuse me, but you're a
That
hunter,
just all
right?
depends.
I'm up
something
here,
like that.
actually,
You see,
dude, but okay.
Gramps is seeking to
I'm
secure
up
new
here.
supply channels for merchandise.
I'm up
Supply
here.
channels.
That's my crotch.
To that
Stop.
end, we'd
Look up
negotiated
here.
a deal with your fellow
Jeez, now I
hunter,
know
but he
what
went
it feels.
silent on us. Maybe he got cold
Stop
feet,
looking at my
Maybe
crotch.
he's a cold corpse. If you meet him, could you ask him if the deal's still on?
What deal? Okay.
Maybe he got cold feet. Maybe he's a cold corpse. If you meet him, could you ask him if the deal's
Okay,
still
go ahead
on?
and give your answer again since I interrupted you.
Certainly not your average little boy.
A little bit too
Well,
much
that just
brass
depends
for
on
that.
the type of
That's how I
anime. If
imagined
it's
you used to
actually
be,
something
Iggy.
that
If you recommend
Hey
hentai,
boys,
she's gonna
I
tell
have a
you
job
no.
for rough and ready sorts like
I'll-
you and yours.
I'll just go ahead and tell you that.
Okay. If you're not busy, I'd like you to head over to my farm and
Oh,
bring
hi,
back some
Steve.
produce. Was about to send a request to Hunter HQ when you showed up. Thought I'd try my luck with you
shows
first.
up in the most
You can get the
awkward
details
places.
at the farm. Thanks in advance.
There we go. Alright, so Furlock Farms. Alright, so we got these quests. Let's pick some hunts to go start up. Excuse me. Jeez. I love Andrea so much I sneeze on her. That's not the case. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so the new ones we just barely got are all level 10. So let's do those. Find the abandoned vehicle and retrieve its cargo. Alright, I guess we'll be an errand boy. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to tell you guys is if you want to recommend stuff for Geek News Marathon Night, just make sure it isn't hentai, okay? Just don't do that, and we're good as gold. All right? Because if you do hentai or something like Rise or Redo of Healer or stuff like that, she's probably gonna turn you down.
Live event payback is not supported on this one.
Oh. Could that be why it's giving me crap?
Whatever.
I hate using Safari, so don't make me use Safari. Let's do that really quick and see what happens. This might not log me in, hun, but at that point you have access to the chat here. Oh, hello, Shiro! Furry Lock Farm! Yes. I don't even know what that means, but yes. Okay, so YouTube. Okay, you are not going to be logged in. But this at least will hopefully fix the problem. I guess we'll find out in a minute. There we go. And you also have access to the YouTube chat now.
Okay.
So in the comments later, nothing but hentai suggestions. Well, thank you for letting us know what you were going to suggest, Shiro. We appreciate it. How are we doing on time?
About 1 more minute till 8.
So, shall we just go ahead and get into it?
Sure, why not?
Well, really quick, what the hell? Find the abandoned vehicle, which is supposed to be right here.
Did our vehicle could take it again? Just kidding.
Really quick. This is the one we're highlighting, right? A delivery van carrying merchandise to the Prisok General Store was waylaid by monsters. The proprietor asks Noctis to find the stranded van and relieve its cargo. So I pick this as my primary one. Oh! Wait, I'm supposed to have the regalia, right? Where's the regalia? Where is my car?
Well, click it, can you? Maybe just warp to your car?
Yeah, let's see if I can do that. Return to car. Return to the spot you parked your car? Yes. No, I prefer to suggest harem and ichi anime. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, you can recommend those. I'm not promising that Andrea will be happy about it, but I mean, you could try it. Yeah, just guys, if you recommend outright hentai or something that's going to be overly violent, Andrea's probably going to turn it down. So that's the best way to look at it. Okay? That's the best way to be able to take it up. By the way, we have an apology for Shiro right now because we were supposed to do Doom Eternal: The Ancient Gods Part 2 yesterday, and we didn't get to it. But here's going to be the plan, Shiro. Saturday, we are going to take on Monster Hunter Rise because I really want to take that on, and I frankly don't think we're going to get multiple streams out of it because Andrea doesn't seem to be that interested in Monster Hunter. So if I do it, it would be in my own time. So at that point, after that, since we really don't have anything after that until May, we will do Doom Eternal: The Ancient Gods, and the goal will be to get it done before Resident Evil Village. Because if we don't get it done before then, Jiro, then Andrea is going to supersede you, and she is going to demand that we play Resident Evil Village, especially since we are going to be getting a PS5 for that. So there you go. Lol, JK. Okay, good.
Yeah, so should we start talking about...
Oh! We are on the wrong stream, Andrea.
Oh.
If you looked at the chat for that, that probably wouldn't work. There we go. Well, now that we got that fixed. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor first because people will hear my opinion twice, technically. Because I'm going to be doing this on Friday, too. So, give your opinions, Andrea, on Resident Evil Village is a good reason. All right. Well, at least Shiro agrees. And we will be playing that on PS5, so keep that in mind. Why don't you go ahead and go first, Andrea? Because people want to hear yours. What was your opinions on Zack Snyder's Justice League? And before you give your opinion, do you want to disavow anybody?
Why would I want to disavow somebody?
Because Zack obviously did that. You know, he disavowed his fans, and then Warner Brothers disavowed him. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, since it's been a while since I saw the Joss Whedon version of
what you liked.
Justice League. I mean, I liked it. But Zack had some interesting ideas for his version. And sadly, since that couldn't be made into a 4-hour film in the theaters. But
well,
there were...
explain, when you say certain features and things like that, people are wanting to know, okay, what features are you talking about?
Well, since it was a 4-hour movie.
Okay. And that means it's good or bad?
It should be a nice change of pace.
Well, I you know, I mean, it would be probably bad for, you know, kids who couldn't sit that long in the theater, but, you know, I'm pretty sure for anyone else who loves to just watch movies.
But what I'm saying is guys, I'm keeping it. I'm not keeping it spoiler free. If she wants to say what she wants to say, she's gonna say it. So at that point, do you want to give your thoughts on particular characters?
Our encounters with the Chancellor
like that?
seem more than mere chance.
See that guy everywhere.
I've seen enough of him.
I mean, I liked how they had more, emphasis on the dark side, that kind of, it wasn't just Steppenwolf,
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's just like, well, at least there was now more of a motivation for his character to be.
Because if people remember in the Easter egg for Batman v Superman, they were basically hinting at Darkseid. They weren't hinting at Steppenwolf. The guess is that, kind of like with the Avengers, where it wasn't outright Thanos.
Is that the delivery?
It instead was going to.
No one is your nice guy.
I mean, I can't even remember in the Joss Whedon. What was Steppenwolf doing?
He was doing the same thing, but it wasn't. They were very, very vague about Steppenwolf and who he served.
Yeah.
I want to say that Darkseid's name isn't even mentioned in the Whedon I might be wrong, but I don't think that Darkseid's even mentioned. They do say that there's like a greater evil that follows with Steppenwolf, but that's
true.
And I also want to say I think Steppenwolf looked different in the Joss Whedon cut of Justice League. Giant bee.
I also did like how they decided to bring back Superman.
Yeah,
at
can't
least the
stand him.
reasoning
Same
compared
here.
to the
Icky.
Joss Whedon's version.
Just making into a part 1 and 2 like everyone else. Oh, just make it into a part 1 and 2 like everyone else. Well, but they don't do that anymore.
All right,
though,
time to make a delivery.
Honestly, they
The
don't.
spoils.
Like they did that for Twilight and for Harry Potter. Did they do it for the Divergent films? Like, did they do Allegiant Part 1 and 2? I don't think they did they?
And they did it for Mockingjay.
They did it for Mockingjay.
But
did
no,
they do it for Allegiant? No.
No, they didn't do it for the Divergent series.
So at that point, yeah, you have a bit of an issue there.
But I think I would still say that at least Infinity War.
Well, Infinity War had build.
Yeah, well, that made it a lot more.
Sorry, what I was saying before is like they used Steppenwolf like they did with Loki in Avengers 1. Where like, okay, he's gonna bring in the invasion, but we're not really gonna know who the Chitauri serve. And then the Easter egg would happen and it would be like, oh, Thanos, big reveal. That was what Steppenwolf was supposed to be, but in my opinion, I don't think it worked out as well as they wanted it to work out, if that makes sense. Because Steppenwolf just felt like he felt kind of crap. And part of the reason he felt like kind of crap is well, I'll get into that in a minute.
Well, I think even the fight sequence for the whole entire was way different compared to.
Oh, way different.
And I thought that was a way better.
Superman
fight.
was way more involved.
I mean, I remember even the Joss Whedon's version where Superman was carrying that bus, and you're like, well, that was a little funny thing, but
and he was, and much like Batman, he got to say inspiring words to the Flash. But yeah, this one was very limited in what they tried to do.
And here we
Okay.
And the whole
So what's next? Ask around a little.
the
It's
time
autonomic.
travel with the Flash.
What about the Flash?
Him doing the whole time travel, which I don't.
Oh
think
yeah,
was,
they finally explained that.
But they didn't do that in the Joss Whedon's version.
No, they didn't. Which made everybody very confused.
Saw a Magitech trooper the other day.
Because the Easter egg one of the Easter eggs in Batman v Superman was the Flash reaching out to Batman and saying that Lois is the key. However, the Zack Snyder version kind of had an answer to what that was building up to. So we'll get to that eventually. But you've said stuff about Superman. Is there anything you want to say about like Batman or Wonder Woman or any of the others?
Not too
Is
much,
this the
but
cargo
I
you're
mean,
expecting?
they probably all.
So what she's saying is she likes Superman, but she hated
was
everybody
about to
else.
run out of
It's
stock.
not.
But I can keep things
Well, like
running
I said,
thanks
I'd
to you.
probably have to rewatch the Joss Whedon one so I can, make a better analysis between the two, really.
Okay, so then stop comparing. So,
Well, I can't.
at face value, what was this movie like for you?
I liked it, but that's me.
Okay. Hold on. I see a quest, but I don't see a question mark that I can grab.
I mean,
there it is.
unless if you're
Hey
like
there.
diehard
Have yourself a good browse. See you later.
DC stuff, I can't.
hey there,
I can't
brother.
speak for those people who may
guess
hate
what?
or rant or
We got
whatever.
another
but
van that's a no-show.
for an average
If
person
you run
like
into it,
me who
would you grab
knows
the cargo for me?
very limited amount of.
What did you think about when I told you about how Zach threw his fans under the bus? So if people don't know this, Zach went on to a charity live stream, which was sponsored by a channel called Geeks and Gamers, which was under fire recently because of as we found out later, a controversial article where we just found out the two women were butthurt about why Jeremy didn't like The Last Jedi. As we found out later, they were very, very butthurt about the fact that Jerry didn't like The Last Jedi, and I'm just gonna point that out endlessly. So what did you think when you heard that? Because here's the thing: this charity live stream had earned up to, I think by the time that the stream started, it was like $68,000 for suicide prevention. And that was done by the community that Jeremy has around his channel, Geeks and Gamers, as well as the other contributors to Geeks and Gamers. And all of a sudden, Zack Snyder basically comes on the stream and says, "Well, thanks and all for giving us $68,000, but you guys all suck because I have to disavow you because Warner Brothers is freaking out because they saw a Geeks and Gamers logo on the poster for the charity event." And made him do that. And I'm not discounting that, but it was still his call on whether or not to do it. Yeah, what did you think about that? That he went into a charity live stream and just said, well, screw you all.
I can't believe that. That he would just go and do that and then.
And we know why. Like, Warner Brothers pushed him to do it. Because they basically, the way we understand it is, they threatened to pull down the Snyder Cut from HBO Max, which, let's just be honest with ourselves, boys and girls, they were never going to do that because they'd already put so much hype behind this that if they took it down, they would probably see the death of HBO Max in that very same day. Because I think in all honesty, it wouldn't have just been the Snyder Cut subscribers that would have left. It would have been a bunch of other people who saw them do that would have said, no, I really don't. I don't want to support this at all. That would have happened. And instead, yeah, that's the way it went down. And shame on Zach, because frankly, Zach is able to do this on his own. He's had plenty of successful movies. And still kind of lives off those successes. He is a millionaire. So he could technically have done this on his own. I get why he wanted to do that because Warner Brothers owned the DC property. And if he did it any other way, then there wouldn't have been a Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut wouldn't have happened. Because Warner Brothers would have said, screw you, we own DC, and we're not going to let you do this. But what makes it even worse is that literally over the weekend, after all that happened and the Snyder Cut was successful, Warner Brothers threw Zack Snyder under the bus and said, oh yeah, but he's done. We're not going to do anything with him anymore. His vision is done. We're not going to explore it. Instead, we're going to go to J.J. Abrams and what he's going to do with the DC universe, which, spoiler alert, isn't looking really good.
Is or isn't?
Isn't. Looking really good. So at that point, yeah, for those who are hoping, especially after the Easter egg, that it was going to happen, yeah, you're not going to get it. Sorry. Hope you weren't hoping for that. because they don't care about you. So I wanted to get into that, and then what did you think about Warner Brothers throwing Zack under the bus?
I think that's just some toxic.
It's almost like, Zack, you don't need Hollywood, and if you, Zack, I'm speaking to you honestly. If you have problems with Hollywood,
haven't taken pics to whatever catches my eye.
If you legit have problems with, let's see, nothing really. If you really
What does it matter?
want to show
Not
your
my
support
camera.
to those
Yeah,
fans,
I guess
get
you're
out of
point.
Hollywood right now. Get out of Hollywood and fund your own movies. I guarantee you they'll be successful. Because if they come out to limited theaters, or if you are able to land a deal with another streaming service, people will subscribe to go watch it. The Snyder Cut movement is proof of that. But it's up to you. If you don't want to leave Hollywood, then don't expect this ever again, kind of thing. I have no problem saying that, because it won't happen. It absolutely will not happen. Any other thoughts you want to add?
No.
Okay. I will say this. I was pleasantly surprised by the depth and the sheer amount of story that was put into it. But here's my problem with the Snyder Cut. It's pretty much the same problem that I had with the original Justice League. Because the more I'm watching this, I'm like, wow, you have some really good character arcs. It would have been nice if we had gotten a movie based on that to help build these characters, so that when you put them all together in a movie, that it would have been more worthwhile. You know, kinda like Avengers did. Because Avengers, like, let's count this out really quick, Andrea. We had Iron Man 1. We had... we'll count the Incredible Hulk, because it was technically supposed to be part of it because of the Tony Stark cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you had Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk, then we went a while with nothing. We got Iron Man 2 after that, so that's 3. Then, what was after that? Thor?
I can't.
I think it was, I want to say it was Thor. Basically, yeah, because after Iron Man 2, they were basically setting up Thor, because that's when Coulson went out to where Mjolnir was. So that's Thor. Captain America, the First Avenger. So that's 5. And then you had the first Avengers movie. So 5 movies, and then you had Avengers. So me and Andrea were actually doing this the other night. Let's just go through this. Man of Steel. Okay, so you have Superman. I personally think you ought to have had a Batman movie. You ought to have established Ben Affleck as Batman and let him have his moment, because I'm going to say something that's going to irritate a few people. He's got a very likable Batman, in my opinion, because he plays both roles very well. He plays both Batman as well as Bruce Wayne very well, and part of that is because he's a comic nerd, and he gets it. We had the original Wonder Woman, so we'll throw that in, okay? Throw in the original Aquaman, okay, so that's 4. And then what I was proposing to Andrea was, you can do a Flash movie where you actually show the origins of Cyborg, because, you know, they're both in Central City, so you could actually say, like, Barry Allen was friends with Victor Stone, and then all of a sudden Victor drops off the map, and it's because he had his accident and he became Cyborg, right? So you could totally do that. Or another idea that I thought of was you could have had like a Man of Steel 2, where maybe, because they were kind of setting up that Clark had learned all of these lessons because of the 2 movies that we got, but I frankly don't think that was enough. And I mean, technically, you could throw in Batman v Superman in there, and that's Man of Steel 2 and technically Batman 2. You could technically do that, and there probably would have been a lot better build-up. And you could still throw in Wonder Woman and say, like, oh, well, she's coming to help. And then you could have still done Justice League. So that's the problem, is that Zack, and I have a feeling that Zack advertised it this way. Like, you need to do a Justice League movie. I want to be the one to do it. And if you do this, you will get Marvel money. And he probably also advertised more than that, because
certainly,
if done well, DC would outperform Marvel in the film, in the movies.
You think so?
Yes, because the characters are way more established. If, again, this is my premise. If you actually built upon the history of these characters, storied histories, you could have outperformed Marvel. Absolutely, you could have.
How could they?
But you had to do it right.
Yeah, but how could they have outperformed them?
Because you would have. Because here's the thing, Marvel, even though Marvel was doing well, up until this point, before the first Iron Man, Andrea, the success of Marvel was minimal at best. Okay? The most successful that you can think of was maybe Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2. That was it. All the other Marvel movies didn't do that well, technically. And I say that compared to, say, the first Batman movie. The first Superman movie. Those did really, really well. And so it wasn't just that, Marvel was a comics thing. DC was a pop culture thing. Because everybody knew who Superman was. Not everybody knew who the X-Men were. Everybody knows who Batman is. Not everybody knows who Captain America is. Okay? So that's why I'm saying, if you had done this right, you could have gone gangbusters. You could have totally outperformed the Avengers. But they didn't. They wanted to rush to the end result, and in turn hurt themselves in the process.
Well, then I guess at least Marvel did it right then, apparently.
Yeah. We have a couple of chats there if you want to read them.
Oh, really?
I think Rising Sun is back, so hi, Drak again. Hello! Yep. I mean, they botched Bane. I'm not surprised they botched the first Justice League. They would have botched Bane anyway. They botched Bane twice! I know that people don't want to think of it that way, but they botched Bane twice. Okay? Because they botched him in Batman and Robin, and then they botched him in Dark Knight Rises. So, I've got a great idea. Don't do Bane anymore.
How about using some other villains instead of recycling so many of the same ones?
Right.
How many times have we seen the Joker?
Oh, here's the guy.
I feel like I don't know the Marvel heroes as well as the DC ones.
And that's the
You're
point.
the one who struck a deal with the shop in Lestalin?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, they wanted to know if the deal's still on.
It is, but there's been a minor setback.
Because
getting
the DC
merchandise
heroes
is no
that you're
problem,
talking about,
but
they
the
have been a
delivery
part of
route,
pop culture.
It's littered with
for a
old
long
animal
time
traps. Isn't safe to travel through there.
The first
I'm in the
superhero
middle of
movie was
removing the
Superman.
traps, but
Technically.
it's slow going.
Batman
I'll
has
say. Would you mind
had
lending me a
numerous
hand?
movies at this point. Like he's on what? We have Batman, we have Batman Returns, we have Batman Forever, we have Batman and Robin. Then you have Batman Begins, so that's 5. You had The Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises. You had 7 movies of Batman before any of this, and you had probably just as much of a heritage to it as James Bond does, with all of the various Batmans. So I think they've even said Michael Keaton has talked to George Clooney and to Val Kilmer and even to Christian Bale, kind of like the previous Bonds do. So you had that. Marvel didn't have that. So if you played this right, I mean, it would have worked. It would have worked. But the problem is that Warner Brothers and Zack wanted to rush to the end result and didn't want to give it their all. They wanted to just sit on their laurels and expect to make money.
Let's clean out all the old traps.
Except it didn't work, did it? Maybe to some people it did. I'd argue it didn't. And that's the main flaw of both Justice League films, is that Zack... Because here's the thing. There was no way, Zack, you were going to get anybody to sit in a theater for 4 hours.
Well, unless if they
no,
were
you
like...
weren't going to get it to happen. You weren't going to get it to happen. Harry Potter was able to get kids to sit in like, a lot of people didn't even think it was possible to get kids to sit in a movie for 2.5 hours. And technically it wasn't. Okay? I know this. I watched the theaters. The kids eventually did get up and wanted to play a little bit. Okay? But the movie still had their attention, and I'll give that credit.
Still closed?
Safe to assume until we hear news to the contrary.
But the first thing that comes to anybody's mind when they think a 4-hour movie is like those old Civil War movies. The ones that had intermissions. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants to do those.
I remember Titanic was the only one
I still remember tons of Lord of the Rings fans that complained that every movie was 3 hours long. Okay? And they're not wrong. But frankly, you know, given the depth of the universe, I also agree with Peter Jackson's justification there. Only Peter Jackson and Harry Potter can do it. Well, I mean, I can't argue with that. That's probably how that goes.
Only Peter Jackson and Harry Potter can do it.
Yeah, and so at that point, Zach, you were not going to get, especially kids, because who's the biggest demographic that superhero movies cater to?
Is it
kids.
famous?
Not
kids
among
and families.
masses, but its harbor
So
was
at that
home to
point,
His
you were not going to get
Majesty's
kids
ship.
to sit in a theater for 4 hours.
So,
You weren't going to
you
get
found
it.
a harbor.
It didn't matter
Do we have a
how
ship?
good a character
Maybe.
development you
If
did
not,
for each of the
we'll
characters.
find one of those too.
How?
Jiro's kind of right. You would have had to have cut that into 2 movies, which I think would have hurt it in the long run. I still personally believe that Harry Potter was hurt by 2 movies. Because if you had had just this big, epic, blockbuster Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, it still would have sold. Because remember, nobody thought that you'd be able to get kids to sit in a theater for 2.5 hours. And then they did it. There's 6 movies. And most of those little kids at that point were teenagers to adults.
Yeah, but people will then complain, like, if they try to scrunch Deathly Hallows into 1 movie instead of breaking it up into 2.
I'm saying that you could have minimized the scrunch. You could have done it. And then even better if Warner Brothers had released like an extended edition for the Harry Potter fans, because that was actually one thing I saw a lot of Harry Potter fans complaining about, is that the Lord of the Rings fans got extended editions and we got bupkis.
True.
You know? And I totally get that.
The earthquakes.
Because there was a lot left out
in
the Harry Potter films. And in retrospect, I think a lot of Harry Potter fans are mad at the movies for doing that.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like they're wrong. So I'm gonna say it was a good movie. Like, it was good. Zack Snyder knows how to do good. Does Zack Snyder know how to do great? It's debatable. I know that there are some diehard fans who will say like 300. I'm not there with you. I think 300 is equally a good movie.
Maybe it's like he can do good movies, but the decisions of how to come across to make those good movies is...
Well, that's kind of the problem. Is like a lot of the reason the Justice League didn't work out was because of editorial mandate. And so my other advice, which was to the original Justice League too, is get the fuck out of the involvement, Warner Brothers. Let him do what he's going to do.
So if Gentiana's not mortal, then she
Put
doesn't
your
have a
faith
goal.
in Zack Snyder like you did when you gave him $500 million to make it, and just, give him that. But they weren't willing to do it. So I've got a better idea. How about you not give $500 million anymore? How about you make these directors earn it? Like you used to. Okay,
If you were to give somebody the chance to make a better Justice League movie, who would you want it to direct it or produce it or whatever?
Well, do I get build-up movies?
Sure you can. If you wanted to have somebody in charge of...
I'm not sure what you're asking here. Like, do you
Well,
want me to...
Okay, if someone were... If if there was a way, if somebody would like to take charge of,
Okay, endless budget.
It's decided.
Okay.
That's what you're kind of going for, right? Warner Brothers gives me an empty or a blank check, kind of thing, and I can create a film universe for it.
yeah.
Okay. And then what are you asking? Like, who would I want to direct them?
Who would you think would actually do?
Anyone else
Do
feel
a
like
good job
stopping back home?
Building up
Not
to
before we
that.
take
to
back
that
what's
point.
ours.
If you were to
All
put someone
right,
in
now
the director
that's what
or
I
the
like to
producer
hear.
seat.
I wouldn't
It's not
trust a
merely
single
taking
fucking
back,
director that's
it's
out there.
payback as well.
Taken care of.
Because JJ, I think, look, JJ's in charge of DC right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Robert Pattinson Batman, that's under his watch. What was the other film Aquaman 2, if that even happens, is under JJ's watch. And I'm sorry, but like I'm not totally in this camp, but I can understand why people say that JJ Abrams wrecked Star Trek. I get it. I think 2009 was fine. I personally like Into Darkness more than most. But I'm not attached to the original series, so that's the big argument that I have with people is like, oh, well, you don't have that attachment, so it kind of makes sense that worked for you. And Beyond, I actually don't like. I thought that was kind of lame and kind of a waste of Idris Elba's time. So that's me, though.
Well, that should do it, huh?
Okay, so we have 3 of the 5 traps. Yeah, I can't think of a director that I would put in charge of this. If anything, I would the way that I would do it is basically how I described it. I'd do a Superman movie. I would then do a Batman movie. And then I might do like a Wonder Woman movie that maybe had Batman as cameo. And then I would do like a Flash movie that in turn created Cyborg, but also maybe had a Superman cameo.
Noct, what are your plans for after reuniting
I
with
would
Lady
definitely
Freya?
not do Batman v
Not
Superman
exactly
after
like
that.
you
I
could
would
bring her
probably
along
do
for the
like
ride.
Man of Steel
Think you
2
might still pull
and
off a
Batman
wedding?
and the Batman
We'll
2.
cross
Let's just
that
call it
bridge
the
when we
Batman.
come to it.
The Batman 2.
Mm-hmm.
I would build up to it. And it would take years. But I would then promise Warner Brothers that, because here's the thing, I'd also be making good movies. And the good movies would be what brought people in. Do you want to know why the MCU worked as well as it did, people? It's because they were good movies with small enough budgets that, you were using C and D list actors.
It's disarmed.
And for the people who want to say, like, Chris Evans wasn't that. No, Chris Evans was that, fuck you. He was
Anybody
totally
up for
that.
a light workout?
Hey, look who's talking now.
I'm up for it if you guys are.
Say your prayers.
Yeah, you can keep kidding yourself all you want, but Chris Evans was C or D list actor, especially after Fantastic Four failed. Because people forget, like, we all were like, I don't know, do we feel good about former Human Torch playing Captain America?
Sounds like you're having fun.
Like, do we think he could do that? And there was honest questions there as to whether or not he could do it. But that'd be my thing, is like, I would build good movies with good stories, with good villains. I wouldn't be listening to corporations at all. So if corporate if I did a Spider-Man movie, I would not be listening to corporate saying the fans want Venom. Well, I don't want to do Venom. Okay. That would be the answer there. Editors don't know how to make good movies. They really don't. A good editor knows when to stay the fuck out of people's way. And nobody at Warner Brothers is willing enough to acknowledge that. If they did, they'd have a lot better properties right now. Fantastic Beasts would be far better than it is. Because they literally would sit back, shut up, and let the creators do their fucking job, which is create. Like, I get told endlessly, like, oh man, you really should just like start up an MCN or something like that so that you can go support Alex and Romney. Yeah, but I don't want to do the paperwork. But you can guarantee that if I was going to do that, I'd be getting the fuck out of their way. I might have questions here and there. I have no problem offering advice here and there. But I would then, ultimately, I'd say I'd speak my 2 cents and then I'd be out of there. And if it wasn't successful, then I'd look at them and go, well, that was on you. Kind of thing.
Safe now.
Because that's how an editor is supposed to be. That's how the corporate representative is supposed to be. But the other thing, too, I wouldn't be handing out millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars.
Sure want to talk.
Uh-oh.
Hot topic.
Didn't we have a problem with these kitties before?
Yeah, we did.
Well, we're fighting them again. Okay.
Is it 1 or 2?
I'll say.
The last time we had to deal with 2 at a time.
Oh! Ruby Light! Ruby Light! Thank you.
Watch yourself, Knocked.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get out of here. Try and get out of the combat area. There we go. Alright, so map. Return to the car. There we go. That would be my difference. But I will give credit to Zach. He did some really great scenes in this movie. I am now pissed at Joss Whedon, and now he officially cannot argue to me. Oh, am I gonna get the?
The roads are perilous at night. Let us wait for morning.
Okay. You know, the whole premise of Joss Whedon is like being able to make strong female characters. And Joss butchered that bank scene for Wonder Woman. Like, kind of unrepentantly so. So at that point, you know what, Joss, you've officially gotten in my shit list. Because you could have done so much better by Wonder Woman. So much better by her. And you didn't. I want to say, honestly, you treated Black Widow better than you did Diana. And that's kind of sacrilege. Nothing against Natasha, but Diana should not have gotten the treatment that Joss gave her.
I can't remember what they did with for the bank scene in his.
They cut out a lot of it, so we didn't even know there was a bomb. He was just gonna start firing at them, and so we didn't even get like his minions first falling kind of thing. We didn't get that first. We went straight to the I'm going to kill everybody in a straight line, and then you got all that, but you actually got a couple of cool moments like that before then that we didn't get. Again, the bomb was taken out, if I remember correctly, and so you didn't get to see Wonder Woman throw it into the air. Yeah, no, it was butchered because we can't make Zack Snyder look good. That's honestly why I think you did that. You can't make Zack Snyder look good. Even though his daughter had just killed herself. Insensitive prick.
With the traps gone, I can make the delivery as promised. I'll be along to Lestalin
soon,
I'm gonna
say the Snyder Cut was good.
Please send Vina my regards.
But it just kind of, once again, reaffirmed my thoughts. This needed more movies than Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. It needed more build-up. It needed more story. It needed more character development. And we didn't get it. And that's the biggest crying shame to all of it. Especially since you could have taken all of the mini character arcs that happened in Justice League and pretty much made them movies. You could have. Or you kind of give the look like that might not have worked. You don't think you could have done a whole arc based off of what they did with the Flash in Justice League? Or Cyborg?
Well, you could.
They totally could. And they instead decided that they're not going to do that. Why? I'll never understand. So, yeah, that's going to be my premise here, is that, yeah, it was good. Man, I wish I would have gotten like 3 or 4 other movies out of this. So, and right now, and I actually forgot this one. Birds of Prey was under JJ's wing, I think. Under his oversight.
Yeah, because wasn't he...
He wasn't the director, but he's overseeing the DC movies now. And I think it was post Aquaman. So at that point, Birds of Prey, you know, the movie that failed against Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. There you go. That's JJ's tenure in DC as far as I'm concerned.
Should I be responsible and go to bed early for once?
No. Going to bed is for wusses. Power through it, Rising Sun. Power through it. Go get a Red Bull.
No, get a Sunny D.
Get what?
Get a Sunny D.
Get a Sunny D. But a Sunny D doesn't have caffeine in it. Get a Sunny D and then put Red Bull in it. That work?
No, get a Monster.
Okay, get a Sunny D and then put Monster in it. So it's a Sunny Monster.
But it's Sunny D.
Well, I mean, if you think Sunny D will keep you up, then, I mean, I'm just giving you a suggestion. Go make a Sunny Monster, and then you're good.
A Sunny Monster.
It was either that or a Sunny Bowl. You know, Sunny D, Red Bull. I mean, I know that you love your Sunny D, Rising Sun. So if that can keep you up, then by all means, go for it. I'm just gonna say this right here now. All the women in this game are like the generic women, kind of grungy. It's partly because of those chap pants that they're wearing.
Downright unsettling.
I didn't want to look at that, but thanks.
Thanks for clearing things up. We've been in contact with the hunter again.
What about a Sunny D
With the deal
mixed
secure,
with a Monster,
we can keep
Red Bull,
selling
and
quality
Taco
goods
Bell?
at reasonable prices. We
That's a
couldn't have done it
rough
without
night
ya.
right there. That's just a fucking rough
By
night.
the way, new
sure
stock
if it
just
was
came
Drak,
in, so
he'd be
take
in
a
the
look.
bathroom.
You won't find cheaper.
Yeah, I'd never leave.
Excuse my grandson.
But then again, like I'm never touching Red Bull. So, okay, cool. The store now offers things at lower prices. That's helpful. All right, so we got that now.
Are you?
Let's see. What else do we have? On the hunt for a harvest. Really quick. So we're at level 30. See, this thing says that we're going to go to a hidden harbor and we're going to use a boat. And that makes me think, okay, so this continent will not be available after that. I think I've only had a monster like twice. Okay, well, then you'll probably have the same thing, the same problems that I would.
Sure you weren't like that kid, Iggy?
Very positively sure.
What was he like?
Very positively sure.
Well, can't be too different from now.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so that's our thoughts on Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So we'll probably clip that so that people can get that. If you have additional questions for Andrea, leave them in the comments for it.
I think I've only had a monster like twice.
Yeah, I read that one. It's okay. I've had no monsters, and so at that point, it probably would be absolutely acidic to me. It probably would not be fun in the slightest to have a monster. Or a Red Bull, for that matter. I mean, somebody was telling me, like, when I had the Mountain Dew ones, is like, oh, you had pussified energy drinks. I'm like, okay, well, that's probably about as hard as I'm going. I like sleeping at night. especially after long, hard days. Somebody was telling me I need to stop saying long, hard during the stream because everybody wants to make a penis joke out of that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, brother.
So long, hard. Especially considering it was the last day of the anime con and I was very sleep deprived. Well, yeah, there you go. But I've heard of people doing that, like, you know, because they want to be part of every activity and all that, so they hop themselves up on caffeine and then, and actually, I think this is a good move when it comes to cons. Some people will actually get an extra day after the cons have ended, and they'll sleep it all off in the hotel room the last day that they're there, and then they'll hop on a plane and head home. But I have seen, like, that's the best thing I've heard to be done on, like, a BlizzCon or an E3, is, like, you take an extra day. So, like, you purchase an extra day outside of the event, and then you just sleep off everything you did in those 2 days. Or in the case of E3, like 3 or 4. Which makes sense, right? Like, you just have a day in the hotel room, you veg out, you sleep, all that.
Nah, I flew half across the country and
drove an hour back home, then I slept. See, that's what I do. Like, if like, let's just say for the sake of argument, I got invited to Anime Matsuri out in Houston. Okay? Anime Matsuri, I think, is like a 3-day event. So, like, if I had to go do panels or whatever, then I would book 4 days. 4 days in a hotel. And the 3 would probably be paid for by the con. But then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to book an additional day. Is that going to be okay? Sure. And I would sleep off. I would sleep off the insanity that was the con. That way I could just rest. See, I can't do that. I need to get the rest done first. And then, because here's the thing. If I didn't get that rest, because I'd be flying, I wouldn't be driving. I would be the most irritable guest at the airport. Everybody would hate me. I have no problem saying that because I can't sleep on a plane. I can't do it. The seats are too small. There's not enough space to be able to accommodate. Oh my gosh, like after we did that trip to Atlanta and we had to do the midnight to 2 a.m. flight from Denver.
I remember that.
Oh, my knees hurt so bad the next day after that. So at that point, like, you don't want me walking into that just off of adrenaline high. You don't want, it's not going to be a good thing.
Oh, that was so scary when we were, like, getting off the flight into Denver. We're like, crap, we're going to miss our flight.
Uh-huh. And then our flight got delayed until the wee hours of the morning.
Well, it was a lot later than...
It should be a nice change of pace.
Until we found out... Oh, no, it's
I tried sleeping on a plane, but it just doesn't work for me. Yeah, same thing. Like, I don't even think as a kid it did. And the other problem, too, that I have with planes, and ever since, like, 10 years old, is... like, if you ever had that deal where, like, your ears pop because of air pressure?
Yes.
Okay, that happens to me all the time on the plane. Because of the loud noises and because of the changes in pressure. And it actually gets to a point where I have a flipping headache. And so at that point, it's just like, no. That's what I'm saying. I'd book that additional day. It'd be on my dime. And I'd sleep off everything from that convention.
Ray.
And then I'd go to the airport. I mean, you might think that's mean just because, like, you know, you'd have an extra day where you'd have to watch the kids. But I think that would be necessary. Otherwise, I would just be done. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to receive instructions here.
Ah, you must be the hunters my uncle mentioned. Thanks for coming. Without further ado, we need you to harvest crops.
Harvest?
I can see that being a good idea.
This might be a farm, but we're still in the middle of wilderness. Normal folk can't do the work safely. That's where
I
you
think
come
that's
in.
what
Good
Alex's
luck.
friends did when they came out to Anime Bonsai. Is they all just got that extra day, and then Alex stayed with them in the hotel for that extra day.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? Oh, that's a big message.
Here, I'll read it.
Yeah.
Cons are also one of the few times I get to hang out with Earl.
The hunt is on.
With online friends, so that gives me more reason to not want to spend much time sleeping.
Yeah, that was Alex's answer to it. Like, a bunch of his friends are coming from different states and from various parts of this state, and so at that point, like, they take that veg out day
Onward.
and they just spend it together. Which I've actually even heard of, like, for some WoW YouTubers, they will do that with the day before BlizzCon, and they'll just hang out and do that, and then they'll go back to England or wherever they came from. But I would still give myself that day after to recover from all
This
that.
satisfies the quota, I believe.
Because here's the thing too, like, let's just say if I went to like a BlizzCon, I'd be doing podcasts the whole time. I'd be finding a way to do podcasts mobily. Like do a mobile setup for it and then just, record podcasts in the hotel room.
Wonderful. All that's left is to deliver the veggies to the shop. Thank you.
Okay, so... Alright. Alright, I think we can now do this. Return to the car. Some people were actually saying you need to harp on me a little bit more about returning to the car. I shouldn't be randomly walking. Okay, quest location, and there you go. Let's do that. But that'd be my deal. And frankly, I think even you would kind of endorse it if you went along. It's like, take that extra day, we'll hang out by the pool, we'll sleep off everything that we had to do to survive the con, and then we go home.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to create content, the con would be even more exhausting.
Exactly.
So I heard we're throwing
I mean, you could try. I'm a fairly big guy. You could try and do it. I might kill you on the way down, but because I'll make sure that I'm taking you with me. It'd still be fun, though.
And here we are.
But that's assuming that I do cons, and I don't even know if I'm committed to that. Like, I've done bonsai here, and that was tiring. And I wasn't even remotely. Like, I came for the panel, and then I left. And that was exhausting for me. So... You could account that to age. You can account that to a lot of things. I count it to cons are big affairs, and they're supposed to be. That's kind of why I've said to Alex in the past, like, if we ever do bonsai again, I don't think I would get a panel. I think I would just reserve a Pizza Hut or something like that and just hang out with people, and that'd be it. I'll do cons again when they open up, so eventually. Yeah. Well, I think you're gonna get a few this year. I think they've said that Matsuri's gonna go. So.
And then we'll see a big, huge spike of COVID, I'm sure.
I don't care.
Much obliged,
Let's
boys. Doesn't get fresher than this.
So eventually.
I'll go to the event and I'll sneeze on
Try
everybody.
it.
Maybe some other time.
Come now, don't be shy. Thanks to you, we can offer our veggies at special prices.
It's like,
Take
that's
your time
mean.
and let me know
Yeah,
if you need help.
I'd be telling people to nut the fuck up.
You have to go far to find veggies this fresh.
Gotta be tasty.
I'm done
Why
with
not give it a try?
with
Don't feel
pardon
like
my
it right
French,
now.
but pussyfooting
Like
around.
you
being
ever feel
gonzo.
like it.
People are afraid, and I'm done being afraid. I literally am. I'm done being afraid. We need to get back to our regular everyday lives. Okay, where is... There's a quest here. Oh, there you go.
Hey there. You boys still hunting up a storm?
Hey
Say,
there,
if you have
Steve.
time, there's more harvesting
I have
that
the
wants
vaccine,
doing.
so I can go
Head
to all
over
the
to the
cons
farm
and
if
eat
you're
all
up
the
for it.
doorknobs. I want without fear. Is that what it says? Eat all the doorknobs? I now need a picture of that rising sun, just like you going. I will join you if you do that. That's what it says. No, that's not a typo.
Eat all the doorknobs.
I'm going to coin the old internet adage. Pixar, it didn't happen. Why? Because I can.
Scary to think that fortresses can fly.
Oh, dude, let's use the hotel really quick because it's nighttime. Why am I bouncing? Because I am. If you have a problem with that, go suck a lemon. See, I'm always worried. Like, I have multi-stream up, but I really need to... I need to see if I can connect YouTube onto the phone chat, too.
Okay, so how do I take a selfie of me eating a door?
Requiring a room?
No.
or do I ask my brother for help? Bro, come here. I need you to take a picture of me eating this doorknob. No, I'm not high. No, I'm not drunk. I just need you to take a picture of me eating this doorknob. What? Don't ask me why I want to eat the doorknob.
It's just like sticking a tongue on a frozen...
I just need to, okay?
I mean, it's just like the same as sticking your tongue to a frozen...
He'd probably just think I'm weird. Yeah, probably. That's what I do. I have no problem saying that. He probably already does. Yeah. And there you go. He'd be like, this is another of those weird anime things, isn't it? Okay, so now that we've got this going... How do I friggin... I want to run! I like to run. I like to run. Oh, what's that? Check the chat again.
Yeah. Or I'll ask Komori next time I see him, since I know he thinks I'm weird.
I just envisioned in my head, like, we're all together for an Among Us stream. He's like, Komori, I need to pull you aside here for a second. I need a solid from you, buddy. I need you to take a picture of me eating a doorknob. Why? Just do it, okay? I don't need to explain it. Just do it. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, wild about onions. All right, let's do this one.
He understands the desire to take weird pictures. Oh my God.
In all honesty, yes, he probably does. Let's just be honest about it. Yeah, he probably does. That's why I'm beginning to really appreciate Komori. I especially love when we were doing the Among Us stream on Wednesday. He's like, wait, hold on. I need to try and do this weird view for my camera just to see if it works. And all of a sudden, all we can hear is, you know, like he's messing with stuff in the background, and then he puts it up there, and I wasn't looking, But everyone's like, oh, no, I don't really like that view. No, you shouldn't do that. He's like, okay. He puts it all back. By the way, again, Rising Sun, you missed.
The forecast. Clear skies. With
You
the temperature
missed
rising.
the
Magitech
almost
engine. It's close.
perfect Jester run in Among Us. It was actually really funny. Because I was in Among Us and I was this close to winning, and I didn't do a damn thing. Everybody did everything for me, and the only reason I didn't win was because I got DC'd from the game. Like, son of a bitch.
What?
Because no, I'm not even kidding. So I was, we were. Excuse me. We were messing around with a mod called Jester in Among Us. So originally, if you play Among Us, like, there are two roles. There's imposters and then there's crewmates. It's basically like if you've seen John Carpenter's The Thing, where there's basically two aliens among you that look just like you and are trying to kill you off, kind of thing. And you have to figure out who the two are, or one is, and get them off so that the crewmates win. And the imposter wins if he kills everybody, kind of thing. Well, they were doing a mod called Jester, which basically turns Among Us into, in a weird way, One Night Ultimate Werewolf. So not only do you have imposters and crewmates, but you also have somebody who is the Jester. And the Jester has one goal to win. He has to get people to vote him out. Because at the end of whenever a body is reported or when people call an emergency meeting, you need to vote on who you think might be the imposter. You can skip, and the goal of the Jester is to win, is to get voted out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like sitting there the entire time going, how am I gonna? Yes, you and I actually made a good team of imposters. we flawlessly took that run and kicked everybody
That's
with
it.
What's what?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Oh, thank you.
Can't wait to try it.
So I got the Jester, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't even realize until after like the first meeting. I'm like, oh, I'm the Jester. I should probably be trying to do this, right?
Nice. Got what we need.
Yeah.
And I'm doing nothing. Nothing to further my cause. But because of the fact that one of the other guys, Toolwin, was very... I don't know what I did to set him off, but he was officially thinking I'm an imposter.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking I'm trying to kill people. And because of that, like, he started voting for me. He was trying to convince people to vote for me. And I'm just like, whatever, roll with it. And I continued to do what I was doing, which was not being suspicious at all, and just letting him say, like, I'm the imposter, vote me off. And it got down to, like, the last 3, and I was going to get what I wanted, okay? Mm-hmm. They were going to vote me off because I was the most suspicious of them, and I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, I can't really prove myself not to be an imposter. I haven't seen anybody this entire game. I haven't seen anybody do tasks. Nobody's seen me do tasks. And right as they're about to vote, I get DC'd out of the server. And they admitted later on, it's like, oh yeah, we would have totally voted for you. And then I would have won the game. And I would have been the one Jester victory that happened that night.
So you got kicked off?
I got kicked out of the server. Like, right as they were about to vote me.
And how did that happen?
I don't know. I lagged out or something like that.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Well, it's probably because you did nothing, and that's why.
Yeah, I literally won by doing nothing. And I even told Toolin, man, I owe you a beer. And he's like, why? I was like, because you did all the work in this round for me. He's like, what, were you the Jester? I'm like, yes, I was the Jester. He's like laughing with me. I'm like, dude, you were doing all the work for me. And what's funny is that they voted him out the round before that. So at that point, I'm like, shit, he's been the one that's been making my case. He's been the one basically saying, vote me out. Now who's going to do it for me?
Well, if you're being voted out, doesn't that mean you lose?
No, because when you're the jester, the goal is to get voted out. So if I get voted out as the jester, I win.
Oh.
I win the game. Because the premise of the jester is like, he just wants to die. So you have to convince people to vote you out. And the best way to be able to do that is just like, I'm an imposter. I can't prove it. You know, like, I'm the imposter. I'm killing all of you guys endlessly. And then you win because you're the jester.
That's okay.
That's why I'm saying, like, I would have won the game for doing nothing because I didn't do anything to make myself look suspicious. Everybody else did.
Well, that would have been funny.
Yes! And I was telling, like, everybody, oh, yeah, dude, I was the jester. And they're like, son of a bitch, you would have won, and you didn't do a damn thing. And yes, we did make a good team of imposters. The other victory I got was when me and Rising were picked to be imposters, and we basically split up to one side of the area and the other side. We just started killing people, and nobody thought it was like I think I was suspicious. They were like, I think Drak's an imposter, but I don't think anybody suspected Rising. So like, even if I got caught, Rising would have won it for us because nobody suspected him.
Thanks again, boys. You're a great help. You had a hand in our veggies, so try whatever you like.
It actually might be fun. Like, at some point, maybe we'll try Among Us with you on the couch too, and just see, like, so you can see the game, because it literally is just like, okay, you got to play on people's paranoia. You got to lie through your you got to lie through your teeth. Because as an imposter, you want to keep killing. So if you get voted out, you can't do that.
If you have time, there's more
People
harvesting than
never
one's doing.
suspect me. They
Head
think
over to
I'm
the farm if
such
you're
a
up
nice
for it.
guy.
And then you kill them. And then they're like, no, he didn't!
Saw a magic.
Rusty, how could you?
These things are downright unsettling.
Oh my gosh. That was a good night. I don't know when I'm going to be able to join them again, but that was a good night. Here's hoping that it happens soon, because I would love to be able to get back into more Among Us with them and just, you know, be me. See how far that gets me.
Glad to hear you had a good time with it.
Oh, it was fun. It was very fun. I was dead tired at the end of that, but it was hilarious for me. Because here's the honest thing. If I did that with friends, there's no way I would have survived. There's no way. Let's see. So quests. Okay, so we have vegging out. Okay, so let's do Van Interrupted again. So yeah, it was hilarious. I had a lot of fun. There we go. Okay, quest location. And I gotta say, I'm actually really liking the setup of Streamlabs OBS. It's way more efficient. I mean, yeah, our stream's coming in blurry, but I think that's just because of our internet. For you guys.
Well, when I put on my phone, it looks okay.
Okay. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like 1080p, 60 frames. So I think what the tablet had to do was just kind of run it at a lower quality. I'm sure somebody's going to be mad that we're just like, oh no, he's questing again. Hey, I got a little bit of story done earlier. I'm just really worried that if I take this Sail Again quest, I'm not going to have access to these quests later. And I might as well just utilize them and over level again. Because that's kind of my deal. Oh my gosh. And then, yes, I also want to clarify a few things. On Thursday, people might have noticed that I put in the Discord grinding time. I've got a lot of games that need to get grinded on, so, or we need to do some kind of grinding on them. And so at that point, we're just going to do that, and I'm going to hang out with you guys while I get some grinding done. Whether or not we do anything on Wednesday, I am not sure if we will or not. I was tempted to try and do Ratchet and Clank on the PS3, because we technically wouldn't be running cameras that day, so we wouldn't have to worry about them falling out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
Just our mics would be our mics would be a little weird with it, especially when we responded to chat. I don't know. I don't see a... What do you think about that, Rising Sun? If we did like a PS3 game, if we tried to stream a PS3 game and then we just, we didn't have cameras, you just had the game footage. Like, would that be worthwhile? Because we do that with Drak and Shadow, and I think it personally works. Because then at that point, I can go and cut it later. And frankly, the way that we have things set up now for that, it benefits because you can just see the game footage. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Yeah, we should try that out, and then we don't have to worry about moving it over to PS4 or, you know, we can do things like the Magnum run too.
Yeah.
And just have fun with it. What, you don't like that idea?
No, I said it was fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is a weird rock formation right there. Are you seeing that?
Could you imagine walking across that thing? Woohoo! Just kidding.
You'd probably have more guts to do it. I'd look at that and go, that ain't supporting me. By the way, can I put... Speaking of being fat, I absolutely love when this happens, and it happens to be quite a bit, where people like to call me fatty and tubbo and all that stuff, and they weigh more than me. Crap you not. So on the way home from dropping off our daughter this morning, I had to go to Target to go get some medication. And I've literally got 2 obese women, easily way more than me, okay? Like, because I have no problem saying this, I'm below 300, okay? I'm not saying that being below 300 is a personal victory. Or like, I'm trying to lose weight. I want to lose weight. But these women easily, like, had to be 350. Had to be. And under their breaths, they are trying to call me fatty and tubbo and all that stuff, and how unattractive I am and everything like that because of how fat I am.
The sun's gone down.
And I look behind myself,
now might be a good time to consider where we'll sit down.
And I
for the night.
immediately, like,
No
I have to
objections
turn
here.
back around before I laugh in their face. Because it's just like, well, you're one to talk. You easily weigh more than me. That's the thing that occasionally happens with me, is like I get people who weigh more than me telling me that I should lose weight, fatso.
And exactly why were they saying that kind of stuff?
Like I said, they were doing it under their breath, so they were probably just looking for something to criticize. But I immediately look behind me, and I just turn around, and I'm doing everything in my power not to start busting out laughing. Because if I bust out laughing, then they're going to know I heard them. Which, guys, I have really good hearing, so it's kind of hard not to. Especially in like a store environment where hearing's kind of pristine. So I kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to laugh in their face and just say, like,
Hey,
you guys
you think that's the delivery van?
I'm surprised you didn't.
Who's up for a hike?
I don't need to create an incident everywhere I go.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't need to do that. Besides, I have a stream where I can tell stories like this. It's easily better just to tell these stories on the stream, right? So I can just laugh at these people and I don't have to worry about repercussions. But what is that Rising Sun said?
But creating incidents leads to good stories.
Well, I mean, I'm telling the story right now, so...
All right, time to make a delivery.
Don't want to spoil the spoils.
I'm definitely telling this to Alex because, like, I want to honestly have a discussion about it. Just like, how stupid is this? The person who is calling me fat is fatter than me. Just saying. I mean, if Andrea was calling me fat, yeah, that would probably upset me. Mm. You know, because it's my wife, and you know, I want to look good for my wife. But when it's women that are fatter than me, it's hilarious. What would have made it better is if they both had, like, I don't know, something fatty in their hands and they were eating it. So, like, they had a big Reese's donut or something like that. Just go, ow, nom, nom. Look at the fats out. It's like, I'm not eating anything like that. Yeah, I don't need to rock the boat everywhere, Rising. I already rock the boat naturally.
Part of me wants to be thinner, but the other part of me likes tasty food.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that balance too. Like, the sad reality right now is just because of how busy our schedule is, finding time for me to work out is actually kind of hard. So right now I'm more working on the life-changing habits than anything else. Shut up. I know that you could bring up a dozen stories that would be mean for me.
Contradicting.
They would be contradictory. I'm not saying I'm successful at it 100%.
Here we are.
I especially fail at the concept of a cheat day. Because to me, like, cheat days are just falling off the wagon. So it's not that I don't understand that.
Oh, story time from Andrea now?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, have the floor, Andrea.
Well, if I have a story, I will definitely tell it.
I think he wants one of the stories about me being a hypocrite. Go ahead, tell one of the most recent ones.
I can't think of one for a recent.
You can't think of the pumpkin cookie one.
Well, I just find it funny that you're trying to eat healthy.
One of our local grocery stores is called Harmon's. I don't know if Harmon's is out in where you're living, but Harmon's has like a really great bakery, and they make these seasonal pumpkin cookies that I think they've just decided, you know, F it, we're gonna cook it every year or year round. And so they have like these big pumpkin cookies with like a big old flower of cream cheese frosting. And so you can only get like 4 of them. And I brought that home so that we could have 2 each. And then Andrea got 1 and I had 3.
Yes.
Mainly because I was hungry late at night. And even though I shouldn't eat that late, and I know I shouldn't eat that late, I was hungry. And so Andrea gave me crap for it. Now this technically doesn't count as an Andrea story now because I've told it, but go ahead and tell them how offended you were that you didn't get your other pumpkin cookie.
Because
I believe this is
you're always
yours.
telling me you want to lose weight, and yet you're
Bet you're
eating
curious
all
what's
these
inside.
sweets.
Not really. I'd tell you don't be a bore.
Wonder why.
But the contents ain't exactly
Shut up.
riveting either. Just my usual. I'll
It's
make it
okay.
juicy,
I'm
though.
being distracted
So be
by
sure to buy
manga.
My problem is I have a couple of problems with it. One is actually like sitting down and eating 3 full meals a day, which I can't do because I'm on such a weird schedule that, like, for the most part, what I do is I want to say, like, I'll eat breakfast because if I don't eat breakfast, I can't drive my kids anywhere. I refuse. But then, like, naturally, I'll just skip lunch and I'll go straight to dinner. And by that point, like, my body just kind of acts like that I hate it because I'm just starving it. Huh. And that's not what I'm aiming to do. It's just schedules are so weird. And every time I try to keep myself to a schedule, I throw things off with you guys' schedules.
True.
And so it's just like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. What do we have as far as quests right now?
I gotta go and make sure the kids are going to bed.
Let's do this hunt next. So you can all bring up how much of a hypocrite I am. It's totally fine. But I
the
still
finest
just
room in the house is available for your immediate comfort.
Easily 100 pounds, if not more, heavier than me, telling me I should lose some weight, Tubbo. But if I were to turn around, that would be hateful. That would be hateful, that would be sexist, that would be everything. How stupid is that? At least to me, anyway. It's absolutely asinine at this point. Okay. So now that we have this, let's go grab the regalia and go do our hunt for the glamoths. People don't tell me to lose weight because I'm a giant. Oh, well, there you go. Like, what's your height? Are you like in the later 6 foots or? See, people don't do that to me. Oh, you're 6'7"? Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it. I'm 5'9", so I look pudgy. I am my dad's height. The only one in my family that is taller than that is my older brother, and I think he was like 6'1", 6'2". So, there you go. Yeah, nobody would tell a 6'7" person to lose weight. That would be a death sentence. Oh, it still would be funny. It still would be absolutely hilarious. Because at 6'7", you probably show a little bit, I would think. But again, comparing it to women who would easily be heavier than you. And pudgier, and yeah. Oh no. Is this where the hunt is, honestly? I have to be out at this beach area again.
Of course you want to be at the beach area. What are you talking about?
I don't want to be here. At least I don't have to go talk to Dino. I'll take my successes where I can get them.
You could have jumped into that rock, Drak.
I know, right? Okay, I'm guessing that this is supposed to be at night. So, let's see if we can find, like, a camp spot. Not the road's perilous at night. Oh, hi. Pick that up. I got a funguar. Oh, What's he saying?
Let's see. People don't tell me to lose weight because I'm a giant. I'm a giant. I'm 6'7".
Yeah, we had that conversation while you were gone.
The good thing about being this tall is that my extra weight is spread out.
Yeah, exactly. So you probably don't look like as pudgy as I do. You're a little bit more spread out. So, but here's the thing too. You probably have a much bigger calorie intake requirement than I do. Honestly, you probably do. So at that point, it makes sense there, and it probably just works for you. For me, it's just like, okay, yeah, I probably better do something about this. I mean, I already had my Wii tell me I was obese. But then again, the Wii told everybody they were obese. Did you use the Wii Fit at all? Or no, you didn't even have it.
No.
You didn't even have it. I used it, and it was somewhat helpful, but it started losing its helpfulness very quickly.
How so?
The best way I know how to describe it is, like, it's not as durable as it was advertised. And when, you know, you get to a certain point of exercise, like, things start getting a little bit harder. And by that I mean, like, you've got to, how do I put this lightly? I mean, you're moving at a faster rate, so you're probably stomping at that given moment. So it doesn't work out very well.
True. So your weight broke the scale?
No, it didn't break it, but it definitely was to a point where it was probably hurting the sensors.
Yeah, that's probably.
And I love that everybody wants me to try out or all the people that make fun of me are just like, oh, you ought to try a Ring Fit. Why? It doesn't even look like you get that much of a workout from a Ring Fit. It looks like an arm workout, and that's it.
Whee!
If I was going to do anything, I'd cover stuff that was, like, everywhere. I would get a workout plan that could do arm days and leg days and chest days and all that.
So we're just burning time.
Pretty much. Although, I mean, it was still enjoyable when I was doing stuff that only involved the Wiimote and not the Wii Fit. Because most of that stuff on the Wii Fit game was like, if you just had to do the Wiimote, it was like, put it in your pocket and go pretend like you're running. Kind of thing. And so at that point, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to wreck the hardware that way. But, like, if I was to take a Wii Fit out and a GameCube and just start throwing them everywhere, I think the GameCube would survive. Like I've said in previous streams, a GameCube would survive a nuclear holocaust. So the roaches would have something to play. So they take Andrea's advice and play some Mario Sunshine. And then they'd agree with me and say, wow, this makes us feel really hot.
Who would say that?
The roaches. The roaches that survived the nuclear holocaust that the GameCube would survive with. They'd be like, wow, this is really hot. Man, I really should have thought this out. Okay, is there a camping spot that I can just
Can't you
go
look
to
on
my
a
phone?
map or something?
No, it's because we're so close to the RV, and the RV just lets us sleep through the day. I'd much rather just, you know, wait until nightfall.
True.
But it won't let me do that.
And here we are.
Go swimming. Whee! Just kidding.
See?
Yeah, no.
This is lame.
Unless you can go and track down a campsite.
Well, the closest one I could find was way off. So kind of not worth it, ultimately.
Well, unless you do another quest while we're waiting for nightfall.
I don't want to.
Man, it takes us back to the good old days.
Oh, there is a campsite. It's just it wasn't on my map. I'm mad now. Okay.
Well, like I said,
Wait until night.
It kind of takes us back to the good old days when we were trying to wait for that blood moon.
Yeah, pretty much. We were waiting. What shrine was it where we had to wait for a blood moon and I think shoot it or something like that?
I can't remember, but that was a pain.
Oh no! What did we have to do? We had to use something on the night of a blood moon.
Didn't we have to strip down to nothing except for a certain item and then
yes, and then
wait for the blood moon and all that stuff?
I can't remember what we had to do after that, but yeah. It was like light a campfire or something like that on the platform under a blood moon, and then it worked.
Probably.
Okay, well, nightfall didn't do it.
Well, does it have to be a certain time?
Let me see this one really quick. Active around nighttime.
So maybe we just have to wait till it's a little bit darker?
Maybe.
Just stand there. I'm pretty sure they'll find us. And
we'll have inventive conversations about something.
We're going to tell some ghost stories. And
Ignis, tell us a story. There was one time I tried to make sushi, and I messed up.
Once upon a midnight dreary.
Does he look like Poe to you? Not that hand. I'm sorry, he's not goth enough to be Poe.
True. Sorry, once upon a midnight scary.
That doesn't help your case. I know you think that helps your case, but it really doesn't. Oh, and by the way, so once again, as a reminder, because I know that the YouTube channel does not necessarily get the schedule, tomorrow we will be streaming Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. We're going back to that. It's been a while. So we're going to work on that mainly because we've got to get so much grinding done before I want to try and take on a boss in Dark Souls or in Bloodborne, or do some more stuff in Horizon. Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get some extra stuff done. In the meantime, I'm also going to be flustered for time next week because I think it's the Mythic Dungeon event in Shadowlands. So, yeah. Oh, okay, here we go.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
There we go.
No one's a nice guy.
Hopefully this is enough. Mark him up. There we go. None of them are dead yet.
Pronto! Wake up!
Yes, sir.
Pronto!
Here, sir.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Appreciate it.
Let's do a high potion.
Gotcha!
There we go. Wow, these guys hit pretty hard. Tempest.
Pronto! Stop bitching! Start killing!
Oh,
My
aimed for the
pleasure.
wrong character.
That goes
The
with
wrong
itself.
one, 'cause there was one that was vulnerable.
Say your prayers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, these guys have a lot of energy. I don't know if you guys will notice that.
Holy cow, yeah.
Okay, we have 2 of 7 dead. 3. Okay, we have 4.
No, appreciate it.
Tempest!
Nice guy.
Swarioken! Okay, 5 out of 7.
Think we're in for a fight.
Got more than we bargained for.
6 out of 7. Come on, where is he? Here, sir. Dang it. I went over
Ain't got much life left in it.
Let's finish this.
Show no mercy.
Glad.
There we go. Target eliminated.
That was a close one.
Stealers of lives.
I'm comfortable
No
just being
kidding.
alive.
Alright. Let's go sleep off all this insanity. And then we'll go turn it in. There we go.
It's bedtime.
Let's go play some King's Night. We do that, right? Yes, 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 you do. How are we doing on time? Oh,
9:36.
9:36. So we got a little bit of time left. I think we can do like one more, and then we could probably call it. Because again, we have to get up early on Tuesdays, so you guys might see us calling it a little early on Mondays if we have to. Because we have to get up an hour earlier than we usually do. It's not fun. So if people want to complain to us about it, then I don't know what to tell you. The way that I see it is like, as much as I like doing 3-hour
What's up,
streams,
Iggy?
and I think
I've
that's
come up with a new
worthwhile.
recipe.
Okay.
I can taste test for you.
As much as I like being able to give you guys 3-hour streams, I don't think we should compromise our sleep for that. So
24-hour stream tomorrow?
no. No, 20. Get me. I've already set my terms. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I'll give you a 24-hour stream. You do the call to arms to that, and then you'll do that.
Are you sure?
You get me to 1,000 subscribers, I'll show you how thankful I am. We'll make it work.
Now that's a meal.
And besides, we would have to plan so we don't have
My favorite
work.
hunters.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Kids
have come at a
would be
better time.
not, you
But
know.
we do it.
You need something?
We do it. If we had 1,000
Indeed.
subscribers on
And
YouTube,
this time my
we do
request
it.
is as a purveyor of food, not info. I need an ingredient from Tenebrae.
Tenebrae?
It's for a new confection I'm adding to our menu. I had actually planned to do so a while ago, in honor of your marriage to Lady Lunafreya. But with all that's happened, I held off on it.
I see.
And
The
probably
ingredient's
Fred's.
quite rare
But
in
I'd also
Eustace,
need
but I'm
time
hopeful
and
that you can
probably
track it down.
friends. Yes. But, you know, you can help out with that. Okay, so...
What's that?
It's a fine dessert. Would be a shame if it never had the chance to grace tables.
Oh, I have to talk to her, that's right.
Welcome back.
So I talk to her, and then I get... Bam.
Making quite a name for yourself.
Still not rank 3, though. Oh, there you go, rank 3. Okay.
Congrats.
Rank 3 Chaser. Yay! I'm able to hold the quaffle. It would actually be funny if like rank 5 was Seeker. Like, yay! I can be Harry Potter. Got it. Drak will cover my work shift so I can stream. No.
Here is
I'm
the
saying I'd
local
help you out, and I would do the extra work if you got me to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd make sure that the 24-hour stream could happen. Join the hunt on this one.
It's in your capable hands.
Okay. And we have this one.
Oh, this
Footfalls in
one's
the dark.
especially nasty.
Okay. No. And then 28. Well, that's
It's
a
in your
giant
capable
alligator.
hands.
Does it come out in the sewers?
Hopefully not. It didn't come from
Remember,
Resident
safety
Evil. Just kidding.
first.
That would actually be hilarious.
Got it. Oh, yeah.
A suite in your honor, huh?
And it could have been in my memory. Thankfully, the prince is alive and well.
And if the prince is
Heck,
willing
if
to
you
help
got me
out,
to 1,000
so am I.
subscribers, I'd bring you on the 24-hour stream. I wouldn't pay for a plane ticket, but I would totally bring you on the stream, and we could have some fun with it. We'll finish Brutal Legend, so you can see the end of that. Okay, so what do we have to work with? Gormons of Vadath. Yeah, I kind of guessed that it was going to be in the same area. If I ever do a 24-hour stream, I definitely bring friends on. You'd have to! You'd have to, my friend.
So what
You'd
next?
have to. Except here's the thing. If you're the one that's not hosting the 24-hour stream, it is not harmful to you at all. Because all you have to do is come in when you really want to. What's that one?
Let's see. That could actually be really cool, doing lots of games with friends.
Yeah. Dude, in that time, we could totally finish Brutal Legend. And you
Yeah.
could see the end of it. Gee, I wonder if those are the things we're supposed to hunt. Oh, I wonder if that's the big 28 one.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
Seems we found what we were looking for.
Oh, yes. Yes. They are the 28 hunt. Are we actually going to finish them too? Whoa! Okay, yeah, this is a problem.
Pronto!
And I could
Oh,
kill
hi there,
Draken
opening.
in Among Us.
You probably could. Whoa, 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 whoa.
As long as he's not the Jester. Just kidding.
Oh, this is bad. How am I supposed to kill these crabs? When the gators are so close to him.
How are we? Get back. Agnes!
Okay. Tempest.
That's crossing the line.
Sorry!
See, the problem is I'm killing all my targets are the gators. How am I supposed to do this?
Be right over.
I know, especially they're all so close together.
Yeah, get me out of here. Yeah, they're all so close together, it's just not feasible to do that.
Maybe you just need to be a higher level just to survive that.
Well, yeah, because I'm technically, like, the gators are basically like a 28 hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And the, what were the crabs? The crabs are a 17 hunt.
Not unless if we can somehow lure them away from the gators.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Because, yeah, that's the gators. They're 28. So we're talking, what, 11 levels of difference? Dude, if you got me to 1,000 subscribers, Rising Sun, I'd let you kill me in Among Us. I'd let you kill me, like, a couple of times. Before I then immediately blamed you and said you were the imposter in every game that we were in. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do that without bringing in the other ones. Unless maybe, like, if we wait around till nightfall. Like, if we wait around till nightfall, do you think the gators might be there? If the gators weren't there, then that'd be fine. We'd be able to get this done, but... Let me hit the campsite. Let's wait till nightfall, and then we'll see if they're there. Now, I was gonna say, have you part of my let's see. Have you part of my 24-hour stream, and then I kill you there, because that's the type of friend I am. Again, you get me to 1,000 subscribers, I'll let you do it on your stream. I don't care. I don't care. You will have gotten me to 1,000 subs, so at that point I get to mess around with all of the social media functions of YouTube. Nope, the gators are still out there. I don't know how you're supposed to.
Where is the money? Where is the money? Gotcha!
I mean, if we could pull them out here, then... Well, somehow they did it.
Don't die on me.
If we could just focus down one each time, I'd be okay with that.
Pumped up.
Okay, here, sir.
Maybe you just run and fight them.
No, don't. Freaking gators. I don't want gators.
Like, just kind of run and spread them out.
Quite the formidable foe.
Wouldn't have a bounty on its head if it weren't.
Okay, so I got one spark shears. There's another crab. Tempest. And this.
Ignis!
Okay, mark them up. I mean, it'd be so much easier if I could just, like, crowd control them. Okay. I don't want to see them all. Spark shears. There we go. There we go. 2 out of 3.
Just
Tempest.
what I needed.
Even our best still isn't good enough.
Not with that attitude, it isn't.
Okay, go up here. Oh, I don't want to Sea Devil. I want to Spark Shoot. This is so complex.
Not good.
Ow! Okay, give me one second. There we go. Okay, Tempest again.
Let nothing stand in your way.
You got my back.
Always.
Okay, here's the Spark Shoot.
Pumped up.
Here, sir.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Okay, cool. We got it. We got it. Out of here. Out of here. We did it. No!
He's like, I'm not letting you go.
Screw you. You're going to do exactly that. No! Damn it!
You should have just jumped off.
No! Stop it!
Just run.
Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't even care.
You kept getting thrown back into that fight.
Yes.
It didn't want you to stop.
All right, so now we can hit the showers, do some King's Night, and then we'll turn this in the morning. Yeah, I just had to single him out and just kill him. That's what I had to do. All right, there we go. Go ahead and do that.
Time.
Huh. Oh. Not a whole lot of XP. Oh man. Oh yeah, and we have like 10 minutes left, so let's turn this in. I think we'll be good for the night, right? I mean, unless you see it otherwise.
No, I think either way.
And then, like I said, we will be back tomorrow for some Devil May Cry 4. We're going to see if we can get a little bit further in that story. Well, I am off grinding in other games. Are you heading to bed, man? Have a good night, Rising Sun.
Yep.
Good to see you. And then I'm not sure if there's going to be a Wednesday stream. I'm going to read more of manga about going to job interviews. What? You're reading a manga about going to job interviews? Good night, everybody. Oh my God. Why?
Till next time, then.
I just have to ask, why? Alright, so talk to you.
Welcome back.
I don't know where. I don't know there
You
would
really
be
are dependable.
a job interview arc.
But here I am. Yeah, that does not sound like a fun manga to read. I'm just gonna be honest with
We
you.
use the freshest fish in every dish.
Alright, so we got that. Where are we at with quests? So... I mean, we have this one next.
Be breathtaking.
Yes.
I don't think we have enough time to take it on, but... I mean, there was a high school arc, a college arc, and now a job interview arc. I would dump this manga. I would. Why would I want to relive real life?
It's also very much twisted.
It doesn't sound twisted to me. It sounds boring. It sounds like regular everyday life. Why would I want to do that?
You're supposed to try and entertain yourself with something other than real life, I'm sure.
Yes. It's called escapism for a reason.
For the sake of your sanity.
Uh-huh. Would you want to read about being a nurse?
When you could just live it.
Well, I mean, you do live it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're living it, would you want to read about being a nurse? Probably not.
Because it's also a dark... because it's also a dark, suspenseful manga.
Yeah, it's still not enough for me, man. All you've told me so far, like if it was the job interview where the interviewer was possessed and you had to pull out your sword and kill them and then you got the job, then okay, I'd be okay with that. Cuz that's like Inuyasha. That's suspended.
I mean, I like watching...
Because I laugh at those things.
I mean, I like watching anime that remind me of my job. Because I laugh at those things.
Yeah, I don't. This is why like slice of life doesn't work for me. Like, why would I want to do real life? I do real life. Symphogear reminds me of my job in many ways. I'll take your word for it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I will just take your word for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so while we are fast traveling, let's go ahead and wrap things up for the evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. When we come back tomorrow, we will be doing some Devil May Cry 4, so you guys can join us for that. I am not sure yet on a Wednesday stream. If we can, then we probably will. I don't know. Now that, maybe we can do Ratchet and Clank in the afternoon if we want to. I don't know. It just depends. But it's up in the air. If that changes, I'll obviously let you guys know. Until then, though, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.